I desperately need a haircut. Hey everybody, what's up? It's Kevin here. I am now officially 2 months on testosterone. Also, I found another little space to film in instead of right behind my exposed wall wire. Like, hopefully back here I'll actually start putting up some kind of decorations for future videos so that way you're not just looking at a blank wall and a not hung up gay pride flag. That is too big for my room. I've also noticed a couple of other changes that have happened since the last video. So one of the changes that I'm most excited about, again, is my voice. It's dropped a lot. It's kind of reached that sore throat stage. It kind of almost feels like I can feel it dropping at times. I'm not sure if that's something that most other guys feel, but I definitely feel it. Like, when I hear myself talk, it's starting to sound more and more like I've envisioned it in my head for so long, so that makes me really happy. One of the other things that I've noticed too, and even things that my friends have pointed out and other people that I know have pointed out, is that my jaw has actually become a lot more square. I've noticed that some of the fat redistribution like around my face has started to make my jaw a little more defined and a little more square, and that's something else that I was really looking forward to, and I'm glad that it's kind of coming on this early. I wasn't expecting it to happen that quickly, but to my surprise it has. One of the other things that I've noticed too, like as far as my face goes, is that I've actually started to notice like little bits of facial hair coming in. I got like a couple little chin hairs right around where the top of my chin is and the bottom of my lip is. I've noticed a couple of little darker hairs on my chin, and I've got some kind of like around where my thyroid is, but I've gotten those before testosterone, but they've become more frequent and they've become a little bit darker and a little bit more noticeable to me. It's obviously not at all noticeable on camera because, I mean, for one thing, it's not dark enough to show up on camera, but like when I look at myself in the mirror and like when I'm doing my hair or something, I notice them, and it's a really nice little thing to notice, and I'm kind of glad that it's coming in rather quickly. I've also noticed too that like the hair or like the little peach fuzz bits around my chin have also started to become darker, and that's something that I was also really looking forward to, so I'm glad that that's coming in rather quickly. And another change that I've noticed too this past month is that I feel like my shoulders have gotten broader. Like some of the clothes that I used to have that kind of fit me not super tight, but they weren't like super big either. They've become a little more small and a little more tight around the upper body, which is funny because I haven't worked out recently, but I guess that that's just something natural that happens while on testosterone, and I'm glad too that that's also starting to come in rather quick. It's almost hard to believe that I've been on T for 2 months. Shit, wow. And speaking of body fat redistribution, I've noticed that a lot of the fat that was like around my sides have started to kind of slowly shift to my stomach. It's also probably just because like I haven't made any changes to my diet, and again, I haven't been working out, so that probably kind of goes hand in hand with the whole fat redistribution thing. And funnily enough, one of the other kind of smaller changes that I've noticed too is that I actually haven't had a period this month. It seems to have kind of skipped over completely. Like, I know some guys talk about you know, they still have their period for about 2 to 3 months while on testosterone, but even last month it was still very infrequent. It came at a completely different time than it normally did, and this month I haven't felt anything, and it hasn't shown up, so I'm wondering if maybe that just got stopped early for me. In that case, thank God, because I got real sick of that shit. You won't be missed. Bye. And as far as psychological changes go, I haven't noticed too much aside from what was discussed last month. I have become a little more confident because I'm starting to pass or be read as male a lot more than I used to even just a month ago. Last month was kind of weird because it was in like that in-between phase of people were confused as to what my gender was. People would still sometimes read me as female even though my voice was dropping. I guess I kind of just sounded sick, maybe, I don't know. But now when people look at me and people hear my voice, they immediately call me sir, and it feels great. It's been happening a lot more at work recently. Probably make a separate video on how to come out at work and how to kind of navigate those waters, and give you a list of companies that are LGBT inclusive and companies that specifically support trans employees. And then as far as emotional changes go, I haven't noticed anything too different or too out of the ordinary, so not much to report on that end. And that is all for this video. Be sure to subscribe if you want to follow me throughout my journey on testosterone, and I will see you guys in the next video. So until then, I'll see you later.